everybody. This is Suzanne from Life Evolution. I'm a health coach, and this is my Facebook Live number 2. I did my first one last week. Told you a bit about myself and my story. And as many of you may know, I've been actively searching for fulfillment, both external and internal, for a few years now. And part of that was about weight loss. Part of it is about being happier. Part of it was about finding and being me. And actually finding my voice, rediscovering my voice, because I'd shoved it down with food for so long. What I've realized is that all of those things that I just mentioned have, well, this one thing in common anyways, and that's about giving yourself permission. So I wanted just to give you a bit of a definition. So giving yourself permission is the intentional act of putting our self-doubt and our fear in their proper place. And this is according to Penny Murray. And she says, it's allowing yourself to confront and push against the brink of what you've been conditioned to believe are your limits in thought, in belief, in skill, and in resources. And I have to say that giving myself permission, or you giving yourself permission, that really became crystal clear to me when I was working with one of my coaching clients recently. And she was struggling with a bunch of things, and she worked really hard. She worked 7 days a week. She runs her own business. And I actually asked her, I said, can you give yourself permission to take one day off a week? One day. And she looked at me, and I guess she really hadn't thought that maybe she was a bit in her own way about getting what she really wanted. And part of that realization was that she needed to give herself permission that it was okay to take one day off. And I know for many of us that may not be a big thing, but for her, it was crucial. And we know that we all need time to rest, that we need time to rejuvenate, that we need time to have fun, play. If you think about yourself, your day-to-day life, your everyday habits that routine that you go through. If you think about that, and do you do those things to please others, to make your family happy? Or are you worried about what people might think if you don't do what you do every day? And so we need to give ourselves permission, and it's really permission to be enough. And that was something that I've really struggled with, is that I am enough. I am good enough. I'm enough in everything I do when I do it. So the endless strive for perfection or balance or having it all is just that. It's endless. It never stops. So until we give ourselves permission to be enough, it's never going to end. And maybe for you, it might be giving yourself permission to one day not make the bed. As funny as that might sound. If that's a big deal in your morning, maybe it's one day, don't make the bed. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to just do it. Whatever maybe you've been avoiding or afraid of or putting off because of what other people might think, or you don't have time. Maybe you could give yourself permission to ask for help. It's a big one, especially for women. It's a big one. And you know what? People love being asked for help. They love it. They love helping. It's in our DNA. It's our human nature. So until we give ourselves permission, actually give ourselves permission, it's really hard for us to do certain things. And the big one is give yourself permission to just be enough. One day at a time, 1 hour at a time, or 1 minute at a time if you have to. Just to be enough. It's okay to want what you want. It's okay. It's not selfish. The world's not going to fall apart if you don't make your bed, or if you, decide you want to ask for help. And maybe it's just that you want to give yourself permission to have fun one day, or take a day off, or play, or have an ice cream fudgesicle. Who knows what that is for you? And it's actually really vital that we give ourselves permission for those kind of things. It's how we live in joy. It's one of the ways we can recognize and feel fulfillment. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try and attach, and forgive me because I'm new at Facebook Live, I'm going to try and attach a give yourself permission coupon. And I think one of the ways that we can do this learn to do this on a more regular basis is print off the coupons. And I know that's a bit old-fashioned, but print them off and write in what you want to give yourself permission for, and leave them in your car, in your purse, in the kitchen, beside your bed, and just as reminders, because there could be a whole bunch of things. There should be a whole bunch of things that you want to give yourself permission to do, or to feel, or to be. So I'm going to give you the coupons for you to check them out and use them and practice. It makes perfect. And remember, it's not about deserving. It's all about recognizing your power over your own life. So give yourself permission to be enough. That's it for today. Thanks, everybody. I'm so glad you joined me. If you have any comments, please add them beneath this. I'd be happy to connect with you anytime, and I will be back again next Wednesday. Have a great week. Bye.